Welcome to our space of wisdom and reflection. Today I will share with you a perspective that might change how you view your life and daily pains. Have you ever stopped to think that the pains you feel are not just physical, but could be clear signals that you are the chosen of God? It may sound strange, but let me reveal a profound truth that few understand. Your body speaks. It reflects messages from the spiritual plane, showing that something far greater is happening within you. What's most striking is that many of these pains are actually a call, a warning that a divine purpose is manifesting in your life. It sounds terrifying, doesn't it? But it doesn't have to be. Those inexplicable pains, the weight on your shoulders, the tightness in your chest, or even the fatigue in your legs that won't fade, could be direct messages from God. He even uses our bodies to guide us along the path He has prepared. The essential question here is, are you listening? Do you know what these signs mean? Or do you continue ignoring what your body is trying to tell you? In this video, you'll discover the 7 bodily pains that reveal you are God's chosen. Prepare for a revelatory journey that will not only teach you to listen to your body, but also help you understand the divine messages entrusted to you. Each of these moments carries a special message, a sign inviting you to align with the grand destiny awaiting you. You are not here by mere chance. There is something God longs to reveal to you. Something that will completely transform your perception of pain and your spirituality. If you wish to decipher these signals and finally gain clarity about your circumstances, stay with me until the end. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and ensure you don't miss any content. Here you'll find the answers your soul, body, and spiritual path urgently need. Have you ever considered how your body seems to send you messages even when your mind doesn't understand? It's no coincidence that an inexplicable pain arises suddenly. These pains go beyond being merely physical. They carry hidden messages, subtle signs that something far greater is happening within and around you. Often, the body silently responds to the spiritual transformations you're undergoing, reflecting something much deeper, a guidance toward a greater purpose in harmony with your divine mission. The body is more than flesh and bones. It is a temple, an extension of what happens in your spiritual sphere, and often the channel through which God's signals manifest. Consider physical pain as a divine alarm calling your attention to internal issues needing resolution or a vocation you haven't fully understood. These bodily signals are never random. They reflect the intimate connection between spirituality and corporeality. These discomforts could actually be a divine message, as if God were tapping your shoulder and saying, "Pay attention." When you experience pain without apparent cause, have you ever considered it might relate to your faith or spiritual path? Many may ignore this type of pain, but those sensitive to its meaning realize there's something beyond the physical. It's fascinating how these inexplicable pains often arise just as you're nearing a great change or revelation. They seem to foreshadow preparation, a fine-tuning for something greater. In these moments, your body becomes a bridge between the earthly and the heavenly, facilitating understanding of the message being transmitted. This suffering is not in vain. Though it may seem otherwise, it works in your favor. For many, these spiritual pains might seem like a mystery or obstacle. But what if they're actually an opportunity, a chance to pause, reflect, and listen to what God is trying to show you? They require one thing: connection to God, to yourself, and to what transcends the visible. When you begin to see your body as a reflection of your spiritual path, you realize nothing happens by chance. And that's where the grand journey of interpretation truly begins. From the moment you understand bodily pain can be much more than physical, you open a portal to deeper self-awareness and your role in the world. This is only the start, as every sign carries a lesson, and it's up to you to interpret it. But what happens when these messages manifest so specifically and remarkably? Imagine the body as a mirror of the soul, reflecting what words often fail to express. When you face inexplicable pain, it could be more than mere physical symptoms. They're your body's responses to energies flowing in your spirituality. Many don't realize the body and spirit are intertwined so profoundly that one always influences the other. Every pain can be a silent reminder that something in your spiritual path requires attention and care. Situations of distress or loss can literally weigh on the body. Spirituality and the body go hand in hand, communicating in a language that only clarifies when you're willing to listen. Physical pain can resonate as echoes of spiritual battles or even act as divine signals God uses to align you with your destined purpose. These pains are an opportunity to look inward and understand what's misaligned in both body and soul. There are moments when the body seems to react before you realize what's happening spiritually. A sensation in the chest, for example, might precede a life-changing decision, or persistent pain could warn you're carrying weights not meant for you. When you understand the body as a messenger, pain ceases to be just a nuisance and becomes a catalyst for reflection and transformation. The relationship between body and spirit also manifests in how emotions affect the physical. Anxiety, sadness, or even the struggle to fulfill a divine mission can translate into physical discomfort. These bodily signals remind us that spiritual battles are deeply connected to our lived reality. It's not uncommon for God's chosen to feel the weight of spiritual responsibilities in their bodies, like marks left by something greater. But this interaction isn't just about burden or suffering. The body also responds to spiritual joys. When you find a moment of profound connection with God, it's as if your entire being vibrates in harmony. This intimate relationship teaches us to care for both body and spirit. There's no sense in seeking spiritual growth while ignoring your body's signals. They walk together, each strengthening the other. This connection is a path of constant learning, requiring sensitivity to understand how the body reacts to spiritual energies and translates God's signals. Interpreting these messages isn't always easy, but this is where the true spiritual journey begins. When these manifestations become more specific, like pain in particular body regions, the greater purpose starts to reveal itself. Have you ever felt pressure in your chest, as if something wanted to emerge or transform? It's not just a physical symptom, but often a reflection of something far greater, a heart opening to the divine. These pains or sensations of tightness can be spiritual signs you're undergoing a profound inner shift, as if God is preparing your heart for something greater, something deeply connected to your spiritual journey. The chest, where the heart resides, is a powerful symbol of love, compassion, and connection. Pain here may signal transformation, a purification necessary to align you with your purpose. These pains are often accompanied by intense emotions like sadness or regret, acting as catalysts to clear the path and make space for spiritual love and peace. It's as if God is molding you, removing what you no longer need to prepare you for something new. Such pains may arise in moments of vulnerability, when facing spiritual doubts or challenges, reflecting the internal battle to align with your purpose. This heaviness in the chest, whatever its cause, can be interpreted as a sign you're connecting with the divine at a deeper level. It's a reminder that the spiritual path isn't always easy but is always transformative. Don't be mistaken. Chest pains can also invite reflection on love and forgiveness. Often, the weight here is tied to emotions needing release for spiritual progress. Forgiving yourself and others may be the spiritual medicine to relieve these pains. It's as if God asks you to release what holds you back and accept what He has in store. Additionally, chest pains might signal growing sensitivity to surrounding energies. As you grow spiritually, your heart becomes more receptive to both the joys and challenges of your divine mission, a reminder that being chosen by God is not only an honor, but a responsibility. This spiritual openness, often manifesting as chest pain or pressure, is only the start of a much broader process, an invitation to trust the divine plan even when all seems difficult. But what happens when pain shifts location, pointing to another aspect of your spiritual growth? Have you ever had a headache appearing out of nowhere? Often this transcends the physical. These pains can reflect spiritual overload, as if your mind is aligning with something higher, seeking answers, or facing an internal battle for clarity and discernment. Though bothersome, this discomfort might signal you're connecting to a greater dimension of wisdom. The head, home to our thoughts and intuitions, is the gateway to spiritual signals. When pain arises here, pause and reflect. What occupies your mind? Often these pains emerge when carrying emotional or spiritual excess, as if God asks you to release the unnecessary and focus on aligning your mind with His purpose. Headaches can also signify resistance, when your mind avoids change or ignores spiritual calls, and the body responds with discomfort. It's not unusual for God's chosen to face mental battles. A headache may remind you to surrender to the divine plan, trust heavenly guidance, and release doubts, burdening the soul. Interestingly, these pains often coincide with moments of inspiration or deep revelations, as if the mind, connecting with the divine, faces the challenge of expanding beyond its usual limits. This intense process is essential for understanding divine messages. Each pain acts as a key unlocking doors to higher understanding. Headaches might also signal a need to rest and calm the mind. Life's fast pace can disrupt the balance required to hear God's voice. A headache may urge you to retreat from external chaos and seek inner peace. In stillness, the most important answers emerge, a pause that realigns your spirituality. Though uncomfortable, these pains indicate spiritual growth and the need for deeper connection with the higher mind and God. But what if the discomfort moves to your shoulders, as if bearing the weight of something greater? Have you ever felt your shoulders so heavy they seem to carry more than the physical? For God's chosen, shoulder pain often symbolizes the weight of a divine mission, as if the body silently translates the impact of entrusted spiritual responsibilities. This pain isn't just physical, it's a reminder of the magnitude of your divine purpose. In spiritual symbolism, shoulders represent the capacity to bear emotional and spiritual burdens. When pain arises here, it's often because you're carrying more than you should, or resisting God's plan. Though uncomfortable, this weight signals you're strong enough for the journey, entrusted to you. Each shoulder pain is a message urging reflection. What are you carrying? Are you sharing this weight with God? These pains may emerge when you try to carry everything alone, forgetting that strength to fulfill your purpose comes from divine connection. In life's rush, it's easy to assume responsibilities not yours or resist God's call out of fear or insecurity. The body responds. Shoulders grow heavy, aching, leaving you unable to proceed without acknowledging your need for spiritual help. My dear vibrant beings, we've reached the end of this revelatory journey through the 7 bodily pains that are not mere annoyances, but clear signals you've been chosen for a divine purpose. Remember, each pain, each sensation of weight or tightness, is a message not to be ignored. These aren't just physical symptoms, they're echoes of a deeper call, signs that something transcendent is manifesting in your life. As I've shown today, your body is a temple of wisdom. Every pain you experience carries a lesson waiting to be discovered. Now I invite you not only to hear these messages but to reflect on them, question these pains, understand their origin, and discern what they aim to reveal. By doing so, you'll take firm steps toward deeper alignment with your destiny. Don't let this knowledge end here. Continue practicing introspection. Keep exploring the messages your body and spirit send. Above all, keep connecting the dots between your human experience and the spiritual calling bestowed upon you. This is the path to true transformation, to a life not only aligned with the divine, but fully realized. I encourage you to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, and remain part of this community of learning and growth. Together we'll explore more mysteries of the soul and cosmos. Every step will deepen our understanding of ourselves and the universe around us. Don't miss the chance to transform your life. Keep watching our videos and carry these teachings with you daily. Your spiritual path is a continuous journey, and each discovery brings you closer to your true purpose. Thank you for joining me today. Move forward with courage and curiosity. Remember, wisdom is the light that guides the soul. Until our next encounter.